aren't the droids we're looking for.
I got a bad feeling about this.
It's them! Blast them!
Alright guys, what is up? Welcome to another Battle Report vlog. I am running Blizzard Force today. I've got two Super Snows, one with the Ion, one with the Flamethrower. I've got Vader and Veers. I've got one HRU. I've got a T-21 Superstorm and 4 speeder bikes. So we're going to give them another try. Excited to run that today. Playing Ethan over here at the Gilded Greyland. He is getting some LSO practice in. I was unable to make LSO this year, so I'm happy to be a punching bag for Ethan today, and hope that he's going to do great. He's got some awesome painted models. Ethan's a great painter. We'll definitely get some more close-ups with these guys as we go on today. He's running 12-acts. He's got Leia, Cassian, K2, and Bad Batch. He's got 4 Rebel Troopers with shotguns. He's got a Fleet Trooper with the scatter gun, and he's got 2 sleeper cells as well. So a little bit of Hero Hammer, but also a little bit of punchy in the mouth with the core and the sleeper. So excited to play against him today. We got Recover the Research, Surface Scan. He got Ordnance. I got Cunning Deployment, which reminds me I still need to put those dodges out. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. We're playing on Scarif. He played Standing Orders. I played Overwhelming Barrage. I issued my orders to my commanders, and Ethan issued his order to Bad Batch. So we'll dive into the game and keep you updated with how it goes. I gave my surface scanners to Vader and my Ion Snows. He gave his scanners to K2 and to Bad Batch. Also, I forgot to say he's got some Rebel Commandos with the sniper, so that'd be fun to see. Alright, Ethan's had some unfortunate pulls. Has pulled 2 sleepers so far of the first 3 activations. Moved them over there. I took advantage of that by moving, by compulsing, aiming, and shooting with this bike unit. Got all 6 through, however, he blocked 2 to cover, had 3 dodges, and then rolled to block the crit that was left. So they just take expression and have 1 dodge. Alright guys, we're welcome back to our Jerry's Game Shop Dice Trade commercial right here. That is a heavy cover save for Ethan. After these HRUs moved onto the table, popped a range 4 shot into those sleepers, we started working on 3 to heavy cover, 1 nimble dodged away. They're fine, just 2 suppression. Alright, Cassian has infiltrated, aimed, and shot with his sniper rifle into my HRUs. Got 2 crits through and blocked 1 of 2. So they're down 2 dudes. Alright, Veers saw his opportunity after Cassian infiltrated outside of backup range. Popped in and did the beam attack. We put 4 wounds on Cassian, 2 suppression, then beamed over here to the Rebel Troopers where we just did 1 wound and 2 suppression. Alright, the speeder bikes have moved onto the table, and Compulsed moved a little bit into range 3, rolled 2 crits, 2 hits on the Cassian, 2 went to backup. He rolled the 2 crits with Danger Sense and failed all the saves again, unfortunately, and that is it for Cassian. Alright, more bikes dropping in over here. That's my Strike and Fade unit. I did not pop it this turn. We compulsed, aim, and shot into the sleepers. Alright, Ethan finally starting to return some hurt. They scouted, moved, and shot into Veers. Backup would have taken away 2 hits, but he re-rolled the hits trying to get crits. 4 crits through. I blocked 1 of 4, took 4 from Veers. Alright, into round 1, I have a Super Snow Smash over here, and Speeder Bike, Vader's back there. Veers on 1 wound left, and HRU there. We've got 3 of our speeder bikes over here and the Superstorm. Feeling pretty good about where we're sitting since we took Cassian off the board. We also picked up 2 sleeper cells, I think, maybe 3 minis and a sleeper cell. And then they also have 2 suppression back there. He's got those sleeper cell, commandos, fleets, 3 units of Rebel Troopers over here, I think. Leia ended up dropping in back there. K2's up here. He's got Bad Batch and some Rebel Troopers back here. Turn 2, he went with No Time for Sorrows. I went with Debark for Ground Assault. I gave my orders to all of my super squads, and then he gave orders to the commandos, and so Bad Batch moved up just a little bit off the order. Commandos stayed right where they're at. He's going to activate the commandos and just needs paint to kill Veers here. All right, I forward cohered one of my speeder bikes, moving back on these sleepers over here. We compulsed aim shot. I'm not going to pop strike and fade because it's not going to put me in range of that POI. That's okay. I've got some other bikes who should be able to help us out there, but I got sleeper cell down to just two dudes in the astromech. All right, these Rebel Troopers have moved up and got 4 hits on my speeder bike who was there, so that leader's alive with 2 wounds left. All right, I pulled a bike and ran away with that guy. Ethan's moving up another Rebel Trooper unit. They're going to move up right into range 3 of the HRUs and pop a shot. All right, my speeder bikes compulsed, shot into those fleets, and did 2 wounds on them. Also, I moved up, before that, I moved these super storms up. We split fired, we sent the T-21 into the commandos, everything else in the fleets. No one's on the fleets, but it did put 2 suppression on, which forced them to go with Leia. Moved up and inspired the fleets, but now they have 1 suppression again. All right, these speeder bikes, compulsed, moved, and shot into the fleets, put another suppression on them, and picked up 1 dude. All right, the fleets did not roll any off, but I fed him a speeder bike that he got 2 hits on. We blocked 1 to cover, and then it pierced the other one, which picked up the single speeder bike that had 1 wound left. So that unit is still there and contesting. All right, the Snows have moved up. Got the unit leader there, flamethrower there. They flamethrowered around the corner to that unactivated, come on, focus, there we go. Unactivated Rebel Trooper unit, and then we threw our white dice into this front Rebel Trooper unit. We picked up 2 from each, and both have 2 suppression now. And we had to double spur to do that. But the nice thing with Imperial March is we double spurred, and so we paired with Imperial March, went speed 2 and then speed 3. All right, Ion Snows double spurred into the difficult terrain and sent the heavy weapon into the fleets because we need to get rid of that Pierce, and the 9 white into the commandos. Just 1, no wounds on the fleets, and 1 into the commandos. Both have 4 suppression now. All right, I fed him some Snows to shoot at, so these Rebel Troopers here aimed and shot at the Snows. Also contributing to that was sleeper cells moving up, getting an aim token, shooting into the Snows, and then now Bad Batch has moved around and is shooting into the Snows, and I hope they live. All right, he killed just enough. I blocked 4 of 9, which let 5 go through and picked up my super Snows. All right, well, Ethan picking up that Snow Trooper really put me backwards a little bit because I would have liked to follow it up with the Blizzard 1 pip after handing out all that suppression. However, with losing the flamethrower, it kind of forced my hand, so I went with Implacable. He went with We Do What We Do. I am down 4-3 as he was contesting 4 and I was only contesting 3. However, I'm hoping to really pull him off of at least 1 point this round, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, so I've got Super Storms over here, full health, Super Snows with Ion, full health, and that's my scanner unit, as well as Vader with my scanner. And then I've got 2 full health bikes over here and 1 single bike over there, and then a single bike and my single unit leader HRU there. So we'll keep you guys updated. All right, Vader burst of speeded into, come on, there we go, into the red squad, and picked up 4 of them with his lightsaber because we missed 1, and then we choked the other one, so there's just 1 mini left in that unit. All right, the fleets were not able to roll off their suppression, so they did a speed 1 move into the Snows and charged them, did 1 wound after Pierce. All right, these speeder bikes have moved on to the point, aim shot those Rebel commandos, and I guess you can fill in the blank on what happened. All right, I moved up here to try and take out that sleeper cell. Was unsuccessful in doing so, and gave him a safe avenue to move into melee. All right, these speeder bikes were back here, moved up, shot into rebel troopers, and picked up 3 of them. All right, the sleepers moved into Vader. Had 2 dodges. Leia was able to go give him another dodge and give herself a dodge, so had 4 dodges on the sleepers in melee with Vader. I decided to choke one, and I rolled the dice first, got 5 hits on them, so that at least picked up 1 of them, and then I choked another one, so now there's only 4 with the astromech, and that single rebel trooper is still there alive. I also activated these super snows who bailed their rally. Come on, AMG. And then we punched, and then get the Rico here. We punched and got 2 crits, and he blocked 1 of 2. So 2 guys left in the fleets. Bad Batch did what they did, but nobody to shoot at, so they just double moved to there. And they are not at contest range either, so they're just hanging out. All right, end of the round. It is 8-7. I have to prevent him from scoring max points this game to stay in it. So I've got Super Snows in there, got Vader in there with 5-man sleeper and rebel trooper, and Leia's back there as well. He's stuck, and then I've got Super Storms back here with that guy. Got a bunch of bikes over there, single bike here. He's got K2 back here on this point, and some rebel troopers back here on this point. I played Master of Evil, and then he played Sabotage Communication, so Vader's the only one that got my order, but that's alright, he's still going to do what he does. Alright, Bad Batch making moves, double move there, knifed that last HRU guy, and is dumping everything into the backside of this speeder bike. Alright, we activated Vader, Master of Evil, 3 suppression, they're up to 5, fleets are up to 5. Leia's at 3, Sleepers and the Rebel Trooper are both at 3, that Rebel Trooper's at 3. We're going to choke the sleeper cells, or I'm sorry, we're not choking the sleeper cell, we're choking the rebel trooper, and it just leaves the astromech and the unit leader. All right, going with our fleets, they aim and punch, or our snows aim punched into the fleets, picked them up. We rolled amazing when it absolutely doesn't matter. It's gonna be tough for me to pull this one out. All right, kind of grasping at straws here, shooting at Leia, put 2 wounds on her, and she's up to 4 suppression now, which is not nothing. All right, the speeder bike, single speeder bike model, moved, shot into Leia, and put 2 more wounds on her, and she's up to 5 suppression. All right, bikes, another bike unit moved up to there, split fired, sent the rainbow there to pick up 2 of 3, and then sent the double black from another one into Leia, pumped her up to 6 suppression, but she didn't take any wounds. All right, this one sleeper is feeling real cocky. He dodge punched. I blocked it, but it was suppressive. And of course, AMG, I failed the rally, Indomitable. It's not good. Couldn't aim. Got 2 hits through on the punch, dodged one, and then he blocked it. So that one sleeper will continue to live while being punched by 9 stormtroopers. Alright guys, that is the end of the game here. Ethan is going to take it like 12 to, I think I only score 1 or 2. I think I just score 1 point this round.
No,
2 points because I have my secondary.
So 12-9.
Yeah, so it'll end 12-9. I had to go all in on trying to kill Leia and create a courage issue over here to prevent him from contesting that. But that dude living would have thrown a wrench into that plan anyways. So yeah, I think I should have focused more on trying to kill K2 in this game because of the surface scan objective. I think that's really what my downfall was. But overall, I'm pretty happy with how the list turned out. Ethan did a great job as always. Bad Batch didn't have to do a ton this game, but did what they needed to when they needed to. So, thanks for playing, Ethan. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you later.